So guys, I'm back with another Vod review video. On my last video, someone asked me for more an in-depth thing on tracking the enemy junglers. So I found some VODs, like POV VODs from my own stream. And I'm just gonna try to show you guys how I track the enemy jungler. So I picked this game because I'm playing Lee Sin. And Lee Sin to Hecarim is like a really invade type of win con. Like you don't want to let the Hecarim free farm. You want to track him and invade him as Lee Sin. So this game I'm actually duoed with the Bard, so it's gonna make it a lot easier for me to play. But you'll just see how I use my support to just shit on this Hecarim. Anyway.
Yeah, I will follow everywhere. The thing is,
Wait, let me turn off the video audio. Okay, first of all, you want to look at the lane matchups. Top lane, you're probably not going to path towards a Shen, right? Shen lane, you should probably never path towards. Unless it's really easy to kill the enemy laner. Like, maybe if I was on Shen's team, I would gank this lane since York doesn't have that much mobility. But I have a Bard in the bot lane. They have Nyla Janna. Like, decent gank potential. Mid lane has Akshan. It's good gank potential on Vex. And I know that Hecarim most likely this game, just based off like this. I don't. If I was Hecarim here, you wouldn't want to path towards the Shen lane. Like Hecarim's usually want us like starting right down Hecarim's good, plus pathing bottom Hecarim is what most Hecarims do. So I'm just assuming that he's pathing bot, and I'm gonna path to like intercept him. So let's see. I'm just gonna start blue with the leash. And you can kind of look at the lanes at this point when you're doing your first buff to try to predict where the enemy jungler started if you don't have any wards. See their bot lane. Okay, so their bot lane and their top lane got in lane at the same time. It's kind of tough, but their bot lane got into lane like decently early. I don't know. In my mind right here, I'm still assuming that Hecarim started red. Like sometimes the enemy team will make it really clear where it started. Sometimes you just kind of have to assume. Then now, we have our auction put a ward on the race, right? So now I'm okay. Okay, I'll be able to know where the Hecarim is for sure. So I'm always looking at that ward, try to see. I looked at the ward with my camera because sometimes junglers drag the camp like into the bush and hide. That's why I'm checking that out. Okay, and now we see him. He has blue buff. Okay, so he started blue. Now I'm like, wait. I wanted to invade him, so I'm kind of disappointed. So instead of invading him, I just kind of reverse clear. So I was gonna do like the 3 camp into invade. You can do blue grump red into invade. But instead I'm just gonna do my raptors. Not much going on. My York's recalling. I'll just do the wolves. I would like to fight him on this scuttle, but like at this point he's gonna be level 4. And I didn't do my card, so I'm gonna be level 3. I think I just kind of check it to see if he's there, but my top laner's not in position. I don't see him, so I go, and then this is just unlucky timing. I probably should have just went for the bottom scuttle, right? Let's ward hop out of there. So, the start didn't go as planned. Now I can see the Hecarim is still on the map, still looking for plays. I reset. I have my long swords, and Hecarim is inting. Okay. The Hecarim ints, right? So now you pause the game, right? If you're jungling yourself, right, you want to track the enemy jungler. We know he started blue buff because when we looked at the race, he had blue buff and not red buff. So logically, for me, my Grump is probably about to spawn soon because I started blue into Grump. So for Hecarim, his Grump is about to spawn soon. So I could either go to my Grump and try to farm against the Hecarim, or I could go to his Grump and try to fight him. When I have also a Bard right there. So my Bard stuns the scuttle. I take that. And we both immediately just go to these bushes. Hecker walks in like a dumbass. He has no clue. My my bard misses his stun. Unfortunately, we don't get the kill, but I mean, just imagine how tilting it is for Hecarim to walk in with 0 HP. And I just hit this Q. I try to flash W to my Jhin, but my Jhin is farming. I don't know, ambitious play, you know? But we kind of went for it. Like, this definitely could have gone better. Didn't end up, it did end up being a 1-for-2 for the enemy team, so it was kind of bad. But I got a kill, so I don't really give a fuck. So now, you know, I can't really go back to his Gromp, right? If he died, I died, so him getting to his Gromp is going to take him a lot shorter time than me. I just go to my camps. Now, what I'm thinking is, me and my Bard are like, okay, we could probably kill mid. Mid is When Vex is she's really useless. So my Bard baits her towards me, and it's just a free. Start with my E and Q. I get as many auto attacks as I can. Okay, and then I see he's on his race, right? Which, if you think about it, right? Think about it right here. Right before making this play, we saw on this ward the Hecarim was here, right? So Hecarim is obviously just going to clear linearly towards top. So while we're doing the play, he's on his wolves, and then he's going to go. So, like, the most logical thing for us to do is just invade his race. So I get this kill, right? Then I immediately started walking towards the race. And it's just like, I mean, unlucky he smited and I still got it. But we kill him there. So now I know. I mean, his Krugs are up. I should probably take his Krugs. This is probably a mistake by me. Except for you see Shen moving there, but Shen probably just warded. Okay, we probably could have taken his Krugs. Like, taking his big Krug there and then just running would have probably been better. That's a mistake I made. But that's what we Vod Reviews for, you know? Because if you ever kill the enemy jungler or like the enemy mid laner, and then you have your mid laner with you, you always want to immediately go into their jungle and just take everything. Everything you can, of course. Now Hecarim's respawned. He could either go to his Krugs or he could go to his spawning blue buff. I'm going to assume that he goes towards his blue. And right now I'm just kind of thinking about, okay, he's probably at his blue. I'm going to be on the same side of the map as him. He probably, I mean, if he goes for a gank bot lane, I'll just counter it. And I'm trying to hit level 6 here as fast as I can. Okay, Hecarim went to his Krugs, so I can immediately go to his blue, or I can look at their bot lane since their bot lane is just fighting. And to get out. Broken champs. So we have Bard Portal. Then I get level up to 6 off that kill, so I just kick her into the wall immediately. So keep in mind, I should know, because we saw Hecarim top, I should know that his blue is up and his Gromp is spawning. Because again, like, you just have to have it in your mind that every, like, I think it's like 2 minutes, like, the camps are just going to spawn. That was my Facebook, not yours. So here I went for the invade, but Hecarim ran straight from the top gank to his blue. So I'm just like, okay. You have to respect tempo, you know? We don't have tempo on the map here. Akshan is top, their Vex is bots, and their bot lane is recalling. So we just kind of have to, like, you know, obviously you want to take as much as you can from the enemy jungler, but if you try to go for too much, you're just going to end up dying. So I just do my camps. Now we see Hecarim again, right? We know, so his blue just spawned, so obviously his red's going to spawn next, right? And he's pathing towards his red, so after this blue, I'm just calling my support. You could, like, if you're in a Shoroku game, you should be pinging, like, spam pinging on your way to his red. But I'm just doing, so I just go for this invade. This is like high elo Smurf Q lobbies. I don't know what MMR it is. Yeah, I mean, he's just forced to ult. So now Hecarim doesn't have ult. He can't do any plays. We see him over there. We're just going to keep going for the kill. And like we're just playing to completely stomp this Hecarim, not give him a chance to play. Like Hecarim ideally would want to be like level 7.5 right now, but he's level 6. Yeah, I think I make a mistake. I try to kick them into each other, but that kick doesn't land. And then, we trade 1 for 1, but we should be able to die this Shen. Hecarim is not farming. That's all that I care about. I'm getting kills. Hecarim's not farming. So we reset. Guess I just go straight to dragon. Hecarim should. Oh, so Hecarim walked towards dragon 2, even though his red and his crooks are up. Maybe he assumed I took them. Now go for a bot play. We just counter. I mean, this is like super forced by them. But Hecarim does a ton of damage with Divine Sunder. So I just play it patiently. That minion blocks my Q, unfortunately. And this Nyla is just a dumbass and walks into us. Kill her. I mean, if you just play patiently in fights, try to wait for the enemy team to make mistakes. And my Bard flashes into the wall. Yeah, I'm like, okay, wait, maybe I can just kill this Janna. She ults, so I'm out. Then wait for the next play. I mean, when you're playing Lee Sin, you just kind of, every time you see a fight, you just want to run to it. Now, like, where's Hecarim? I don't know. He could be either, you can't really assume where he is. Because his entire jungle's up, right? And there's a fight going on. But yeah, his Gromp is gone. He's probably topside then, so we're just gonna take dragon. He's gonna have to make these assumptions, you know. If one side of his jungle is just empty, like, and you know his other side's up. I mean, this Hecarim is just mad. Like, me and Bard have forced this Hecarim ult on cooldown every time since he got it. I guess you could look at him here. He doesn't have red buff, so he still hasn't done his red buff. So he's gonna go to his red side. I'm just gonna take his blue while he's over there. You know, he can't defend both sides at once. I see his Janna trying to steal it. I just wait. Get some poke, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just I'm just that's probably a waste to go for that Q. It's like 5 seconds I wasted. But wait, I guess I do end up getting pretty good play here. Yeah. I just try to get an angle where it kicks her into the wall. But Janna ults. Now they have nothing. I can just take this portal, come behind them. The turret's gonna die. Their bot lane is tilted. Like, they can't play. And there's nothing Hecarim can do about it. I mean, he's just been getting starved all game. You know, I mean, that, like, the enemy mid laner has to keep roaming. Our mid laner just, I mean, we have mid tower, like, nothing is going good for them. They're just going for these, like, desperate plays. I die there, though. I mean, Shen ult is broken. So, let's see. There's not much more, like, jungle tracking you can do, but as long as you assume, like, once you get the feel for your own jungle, right? However long it takes you to full clear is is kind of the same amount of time it's going to take the enemy jungler to full clear. Obviously, some junglers clear faster than others. You can use that, like, once you get a feel for that, how much time it takes, you can always kind of assume when the next, like, camp is up, or like when the jungler needs to go to his next camp, and like, and your assumptions may not always be right, but as long as you have some kind of idea where the enemy jungler is, and you ping your vulnerable lanes. And in this type of matchup, Lee Sin versus Hecarim, you use that information to invade with your strong lanes, like whichever lane has priority or CC and stuff like that. You can just get, like, free win. All right. So that's it for this video. I'm gonna post another video. This was a short video. I'm gonna post another video about pathing from a Italy game. So stay tuned.